Thank you, Madam Chair. I want to thank my colleague from, I don't know where, Southern California to me. How's that? Because everybody's south of where I come from. I take this piece of, first of all, I want to say that I agree with the comments of my colleague that this bill is a policy bill. Quite frankly, it needed to be vetted out in a policy committee. And we've heard several times today over the discussion that this was done by the three-party agreement. And quite frankly, that's, to me, one of the big problems we have with this legislature is that this budget has been put together by three parties: the governor and the legislator, or the Department of Finance, the pro tem, and the speaker. And I represent 1 million people, along with all of you. And this is personal. I am that employer. I have one full-time employee. Used to have 4, but I'm down to 1. Yeah, I have a couple of part-time employees. They're my sons, who are making money during the summer so they can attend school. I don't have an HR department. The HR department is Assemblywoman Brian Dahle. And it's crazy to know the laws that are passed in this legislature that I have to comply with. With our small little business, our family farm, and our trucking business, we have to hire a person to do our payroll for that one person and the part-time help that we have, so we can comply and make sure that we're not doing something out of compliance to where we would either harm our employees or be sued by somebody who thinks we're bad people because we supply a job and a product that Californians need. This bill, let me just tell you, I have a truck driver, and we talked about this under some of the other legislation that was passed here. They have a special license. They're enrolled in a drug program. They are monitored by hours of service. There are many, many laws that a truck driver as an employee has to abide by. And we have a shortage of those in California and, quite frankly, across the nation. So for me to lose that employee would shut my business down. And I want to share, you know, the good senator asked the question of what do? You go out of business or you leave the state. There are my statistics show 1.1 million businesses that have fewer than 5 employees. And we don't have a lobby. I am the lobby for those people because I am one of those people. That's why I ran for this job, was to share the struggles that small businesses in California face. And for the life of me, we have heard about how we need to have a minimum wage increase and we need to take care of our workers. My workers make more than minimum wage. My truck driver makes $25 an hour, which is equivalent to about $33 an hour to the business. So my point is that this bill should have been done through a committee. Several of these bills or these policies should have been done through a policies committee. And there are going to be a time someday when these businesses, as I spoke under the original budget, get some respect. You cannot have a government agency of any sort, or a government worker of any kind, or a healthcare system, or anything until a private business pays a tax, or the people that work for them pay a tax first. And unfortunately, we have our priorities wrong here. Our priorities should be that we need a balance. We need a balance of, yes, good employees, and there are bad actors. Absolutely, people take advantage of other people. But the majority of them are not bad people. I have a relationship with my employees. I want them to succeed. I want them to be part of our family. It is hard to find good people to work that care, And I'm competing with government jobs that pay great and have great retirements that I can't compete with. And I'm also competing with businesses that are outside of this state. So I just say to you, this bill needed to be put into a policy statement. I commend my colleague for asking some very tough questions. They can't answer them because they didn't vet it out, because they've never had an employee. And I feel sorry for the folks that work for the Department of Finance that have to defend the governor's misguided policy right here. I feel sorry for you because you can't answer the questions because they're misguided, and this is just a sham put up in the last few days of this budget process. So I'm not asking you to answer anything because I don't want you to have to go through stuff that you can't answer. The problem here is that we need to work with businesses to help them keep employees and employers be able to stay in business so we can have a thriving economy, so we can give the services to those who need it the most. Thank you, Madam Chair, for putting up with me and seeing me back here. And I know it's been a long day, but you've been very patient, and I appreciate that.